Hi, welcome back to the channel, TrainStation 2. Alright, give you a walkthrough in this Global Automobile Challenge. So apparently you can see here there are 4 teams you can choose from. Very interestingly, I mean, all this connection towards the trains that you can claim seems to be quite aligned. I'll share with you later on. Right, the duration for this whole event is quite long, from 17 August all the way to the 6th of September. So of course, as usual, you have 48 hours post that event to collect all the things that you wanted. Time of competitions is always shown on the icon, the car icon. Alright, now let's take a look at the map itself. You can see there's a lot of things to be done as usual. You can see here a lot of constructions work need to be done, but of course the beautiful map will be completed 100% once you have done everything, and you can see the full picture from there. Raw materials wise, you can see here carbon fiber and rubber, and of course with that you make into the factory materials. They call it carbon beam. You have the car wheels, and there are I think 4 more engine, the V8 engine as well as electric engine. So there are 2 types of engines you can make, and of course the car body, and more importantly steering wheel. So there are 6 things you can make from the factory. Alright, so there are 2 factories available. One is free, one is of course payable. For me it's always one. Event currencies, there's a car key and of course a car coins. In short, we call it the event keys and event coins, and of course all the competitions come with event points. In short, we call it EP. Alright, so there are contractors that you can work with, and eventually once you're done with all the jobs and whatnot, the interesting part is really the event trains. Alright, you can see here this is a legendary, the Royal DB class, and don't you think it's very familiar? Yes, I do think so. Let's take a look. Yeah, the third team seems to be having that design, so that legendary is after the third team design. So I'm quite interested to find out whether there are other trains who have somewhat similar designs to the team that we've chosen. Yes, indeed, the horse. Alright, so just remember the horse here, the green color design. Then of course there's a blue design and a yellow design. Oh, that's perfect. So we have just take a quick look again. Alright, we have the horse, the yellow and the blue design. Alright, so every single team is represented in the event coins, so-called, is actually event keys. Apologies for that. Event keys, alright, got exchange. And of course there'll be one more that you can use for event coins, and I think that's really something to die for. Not this event pass train, I think there's another one just above it. Alright, so of course event pass holders, you may be able to get this train, but you're a payable customer, and if not, really could work hard for 1000 event coins for another legendary. Okay, so this is the one I'm talking about, the electric BR class, right? So this common train, this the rare train, the epic train, and of course another legendary. The 4 trains here, all these are exchangeable using the event keys. And then of course the last one, as I mentioned just now, is the one that you're dying for, using those competition coins, 1000 of them. This is the one. Alright, so later I'm going to show you how it actually looks like when you open up the game. Alright, so now for now, really just to quickly go through a large bit in terms of the reward system. There will be a team reward, and of course if you are basically choosing teams, and if your team comes in lucky and become first, you're rewarded with it. Of course, more importantly is the contribution ranking of your own. So your own contribution has the most awesome prizes. You can see there, not only you talk about car keys, but you talk about car coins as well. So this is the one that you should really work on. This is depending on luck, which team you choose from. So that's all I got to say for the event reward system. But of course there's one more, which is the event rewards itself. Along the way you log in and progress, there'll be some rewards. Alright, so competition dates. Alright, so the first one will be the easiest, 2 days, followed by 3 days, 2 days. It's always like that, 2 3 2 3. And first 3 competitions are the ones that you should focus on, get it done and over with if possible. Then you have more relaxed time. Alright, so now payable customer, you have this. Alright, so now let's go into the game itself, just share with you how the trains look like. Alright, so here we have a few interesting trains. Of course there's the one everybody's dying for. Really beautiful train here with the cars behind. This I believe is one that everybody is after using the 1000 event coins. Alright, so now event keys, yes, this is the one. that ties to the third team, right? The royal team, and then there's the so-called horse team. This is the epic train, and not forgetting, there are two more trains, the rare, which is tied to the blue team, and last but not least, there will be a common train, which is tied to the yellow team. These are the 5 trains you can collect, so-called from the event itself. And not forgetting, there's a car scrap yard this time. Previously, I remember it was called car dealership. This time around, they call it car scrap yard. Right. So now that's the whole introduction of the event itself. At this juncture, I'm going to show you before the end of the delivery challenge. I'm just going to go through with you some of the actions-packed video on the delivery challenge. Alright, so as usual, this delivery challenge is not the one that I can go all the way, because I'm quite worried of me leaving too fast and eventually leaving the region, Russia, entering the region 7 once we hit 400. So at this juncture, we managed to compress, or so-called suppress, the progression by not doing a lot of participation in this event, also called the speeding event. What I've been doing is already focus on the 7 stamps and take a while before I do another one, just in order to maintain on the second. There's no way I'm going to chase the first, because otherwise that would maybe means that I was trying to enter the next region before the event started. Alright, so you can see here a lot of jobs I've completed which I do not dare to collect, because I know once I collect them, my leveling up will be really fast. And we've been preparing for all this mini event items that I can't really deliver, because as I said, if I start delivering them really fast, that means leveling up will be faster than expected. So I'm trying my best here. This will also help me in a way, preparation for the automobile challenge at the main event. So I'm not going to do much for a couple of hours before, and then probably rest until tomorrow, whereby we'll start the event. Okay, so as usual, some tips on events. Starting late is the key to winning. Because you want to avoid those really aggressive and paying customers. How many hours? It depends. For the first event, competition is 48 hours. So the latest you can start is 11 hours plus. Once you hit 12 hours and beyond, you'll be disqualified. You need 36 hours of playing time. So it'd be good to start, like, let's say 10 hours, or if you prefer 8 to 10 hours late. Then subsequently you play for another 1 day and a half or so. That ends the first competition, and see what's your ranking like. Alright, so subsequent to that, I mean, once you experience the first competition, you know what are the sub-components, items you require besides those 2 raw materials you can get from the event. So you're going to stock up all your completed items in preparation for the second competition, for the EP head start. As usual, you get a few jobs done, not to be collected. You can staff all your factories to the brim, your warehouse to the brim, with all the event items, especially the event warehouse items is very important, and of course the event factory. Then those non-event items, you stuff it into your other core factories that you're going to work with. I have 7 of them, so a lot of things to prepare, of course. Then subsequent to that, you're also going to pace yourself in terms of progress. But that said, that's only assuming that it's 100% is going to do you no good. But if on the other side, on the other hand, in this way, 100% completion gives you better returns in terms of EP, then you should go all the way and not pace yourself. So that we only know once we start the competition. Then you're going to share whether 99% strategy applies. If you have not heard of what 99% strategy is, just a quick one. It just means that you don't collect 100% completion. Your life will be easier, so you stay at 99%. Like starting late at 99% strategy comes hand in hand. It's really helpful. And of course, resource allocation. When you do your dispatch, you know your limit is really your number of dispatches. Send your dispatches with the highest capacity train for the jobs, because some jobs request for the current region and some jobs request for the previous region. So if the previous region trains are of high capacity as well, do send some of the dispatchers to do that job, probably at a 50-50% arrangement, so you have the best of both worlds all sent to do both jobs. So that is also a way in terms of how you can actually resource prioritize and optimize it. Alright, so I've spoken a few things. EP Head Start will only be able to do it in the second competition. For the first one, it's really preparing all the items that you think will appear, and start doing so now before the start of competition. Fill your factories to the brim. Starting late, having so-called monitoring of the event to see whether 99% strategy workable or not. You may ask, how do you do that? Apparently looking at the jobs ceiling, which means that, for example, some jobs will be /25. Those are the jobs, or there'll be jobs at /5. So if the job is /5, that means that 99% strategy doesn't work because it's forcing you to complete really fast. And if that's the case, they are pushing you towards 100%. Whereas the /25 jobs, those are high chance that 99% strategy will work. So you just got to avoid the last job, and with that you'll hit at 99%. Okay, so generally that's how it works. Okay, so when it comes to the start of the probably the next video, I'll share more whether is it 99% or 100%. Okay, for now I can't really expect to tell you because I have not played that game. The automobile challenge may change because the previous one was before the system configuration changes back end. Alright, so coming towards the end of this, and we're happy to collect this container and see what we got today.